Hi, my name is Reagan Gallagher, and I'm an intern here at the Center for Growth. Today we're going to be talking about hacking your nervous system, changing the ways that we respond to stressors in our lives. Think of a stressful situation you've been in the past week. Maybe slamming on your brakes during traffic, maybe getting in a fight with your significant other. Think about what happens to your body during those stressful situations. Maybe your heart starts to race, you start to sweat, or you have a desire to run away. Well, all those instances are ones in which your body will trigger a response to help you deal with the problem in front of you. This activates in your nervous system, and it's aimed at helping you survive whatever you're facing. You might have heard of these reactions before as fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Now, these evolutionary responses can be incredibly helpful at times. For example, when you need to slam on your brakes while you're driving, your body can produce adrenaline to increase your reaction time, thus protecting you from a car accident. Now, while these responses are really vital to our survival, sometimes our body can get confused and it doesn't know how to separate a real threat from a perceived threat. Our reactions then become overused and involuntary. If not addressed, overusing these responses can begin to cause episodic or chronic stress and can deteriorate the body and mind, leading to depression, anxiety, and other health concerns. A great example of this might be when you prepare to give a big speech. Your body might be sending you signals that getting up on that stage is going to mean that you get physically hurt. Your body will start to tell you to run, to get out of there, and you'll start to feel the physical effects of that extra stress on your body. There's lots of factors that are going to impact this too, like if you've had lots of practice giving your speech before, or if you have really good coping skills for anxiety, or even what your understanding of risk is in that situation. Many people, when in situations like this, experience a bodily reaction that feels exactly the same as when we are faced with a threat and our biology kicks in. There may be some underlying causes that are causing you extra stress in stressful situations like this, and there may be some really great strategies to help you cope. And learning more about your body's unique response to threats, we can begin to understand how to hack our nervous system, how to change the ways that we respond to and understand stressors. So the first step to hacking your nervous system is to identify what's happening in your body as a response to stress. So I'm going to explain just a few hallmarks of the different responses that can happen in your body and a few coping mechanisms to try to help overcome the stress response, to remain present, and to achieve the outcome that you're looking for. So first up is fight. This is facing any perceived threat aggressively. When your fight response is activated, your brain will send signals to your body to rapidly prepare you for the physical demands of fighting. A great coping mechanism to try is progressive muscle relaxation. This is a helpful technique when entering into the fight response. It involves tensing and then gradually releasing different muscle groups in your body. When you intentionally relax your muscles, you can actually teach your body that you're safe, that you do not need to prepare for a fight. And this can help promote a greater sense of calmness, and it can actually activate a soothing system in your body to counteract the physical tension that often accompanies the fight response. Next up is flight. The flight response prepares your body for the physical demand of running away from or evading danger. If you find yourself in the flight response a lot, try box breathing. It's a simple yet effective relaxation technique that might be useful when you feel yourself enter a flight reaction. As your body is preparing you to respond to a threat, you can practice box breathing to calm down your nervous system, activate that soothing system, and tell your body that there isn't a threat. Next up is freeze. The freeze response can be activated when you feel unable to move or act against a threat. Something helpful if you feel yourself often freeze in a stressful situation is called the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding exercise. Helps anchor yourself in the present moment and focus on the sensory experiences around you. Instead of focusing on the threat, you can distract yourself and focus on the task of naming 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. Lastly, we have the fawn response. This can be activated when you try to avoid or minimize a threat by attending to the emotions of those around you despite your own needs. If your response to stressors is often fawn, or you attend to others' needs before your own, it might be beneficial to try a real-time body scan to bring your consciousness back into yourself and your body. Now, this can help you be present with your emotions as they come up, and with practice, it can help you bolster up your own thoughts, desires, and emotions. Another beneficial coping skill for the fawn response is developing positive self-talk. Now, this coping skill often takes place outside of the fawn response since it requires a little bit of practice, but it can really be helpful in allowing you to recognize and validate your own needs. When outside of the fawn response, take some time to journal or process through positive statements about yourself. Create some affirmations and repeat them regularly. Challenge negative thoughts by asking yourself whether they are based on facts or if they're just assumptions. Take some time to learn more about negative self-talk and how it can impact your thinking. Is there a response of these 4 that you find yourself moving towards most often? We can pause the video, take a moment to think of some stress-activating events in your life. Do you largely identify with one of these responses? Understanding and effectively managing your body's fight, flight, freeze, or fawn response can be a really powerful first step in hacking your nervous system and changing the ways that you respond to threats. By recognizing your reactions triggered by stress, anxiety, or fear, you can practice helpful coping mechanisms to impact your overall well-being. As you practice identifying your responses and practicing these strategies, remember that you are not alone. Take some time to reflect, share with someone else. There are many therapists that are here at the Center for Growth who are ready to step into this journey with you, continue to process the ways you respond to stress, and help you hack your nervous system. Thank you so much.